Welcome, Scorpio. This is your weekly focus for October the 8th through to the 14th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, truly, for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now let's turn to the cards. They don't want to shuffle here. I guess they say we're already in place. Let's get to the cutting of the cards. Reveal that energy that surrounds us so that we can go forward. King of Swords. Wow, do you have energy this week? There is a strength in you. There is there has been a lot of energy over probably the last several months for you of having to release things, of letting go of things, of having to part with things, of having to put some kind of closure to things. And you're probably worn down with the things that you really have to leave behind in order to step into the new experience. But, that energy is changing when this card appears. This energy is saying, you've got that sword and you are looking with a defiant look saying, you know what? If you stand in my way, I'm going to cut you down. If it stands in my way, I will cut it down. I am going the shortest, fastest, most possible, fastest route there is. I'm going straight ahead. Stay out of my way. And so this is more of the things that you really want to do, your passions, your dreams, your desires of who you want to become. And you're ready to go forward and allow some new energy into your life. So I would caution you with your words this week. I think the more that you try to push your thoughts or your ideas or your wants on somebody this week or a group of people this week or within an environment this week, you'll get pushback. There won't be that buy-in. If anything, there'll be misunderstandings and arguments stemming from misunderstandings. They're not going to hear you. So this could be you a little bit of having to back up a little bit and recognizing your voice and how you want to explain things to people to really get the message across. What hasn't been working? Where have you been getting the pushback already? When that kind of situation occurs this week, pay attention to it because it might be where you need to tweak the delivery of the message in some way or what you were trying to communicate. So, I mean, it's just it's a strong energy for where you can ruffle feathers without meaning to, or burning bridges without meaning to. So, kind of keep that strength, that defiance in check a little bit this week, okay? I think you're going to want to run with it. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel that want to go forward and express yourself and really get to the bottom of relationship problems and environmental problems within perhaps just your immediate world, perhaps with the collective. The King of Wands next. So 2 kings. Yeah, you're feeling strong this week. 2 kings. Now, this king's a little different because this king is looking for the adventure. This king is looking for higher learning. This king is looking more of doing something for the betterment of the collective, not necessarily just himself, although he knows he'll benefit just by making sure that everybody else is being benefited from his actions, his plans. So make sure that you're not allowing ego to actually formulate your path forward and what you want to step into. Make sure it's not because of an anger or a greed or an envy motivating it, a jealousy motivating that step in that path. Make sure it is filled with your truth, your passion from your heart center. It could be where you're looking for education. It could be where you are seeking travel in your life. Ten of Pentacles sits in the middle. This is the yes card. This is knowing that your wish will come true. I see relationships here. So that's the first thing that caught my eye. So how we interact with others, how we melt as one. The magic, you know, is that the high priestess walking away there? As she cast her love spell, or maybe it's the wealth spell, or maybe it's the good health spell. This is the yes card. This is saying, what are you wishing for? Don't worry how it's going to show up. Just stay present, stay in the moment, go with the flow, embrace what comes to you, and you'll be happy you did. The yes card. Don't worry how it's going to show up. Know that it will show up. So put thought and time into where you want to go, how you want to use this strong energy of the two kings and the 10 of Pentacles. Pretty strong energy, and everybody has really strong energy for the most part from these readings this week. We have the 7 of Swords. There's mistrust here. There's abuse of power here. Now that could be, you could be on the giving or the receiving end of that. So who's your inner circle? Who do you trust? Who do you really want to mirror in your life in some way? Where do you work well, where you can co-create together? You're on the same page, you're of like mind. I'd be a little, you know, you got 2 kings. That's powerful energy. Somebody's going to want to, you know, make sure that you don't succeed, or, you know, make sure that you end up with egg on your face. Or so it's really standing in your integrity this week. It's really leading with integrity. It is doing the right thing, even though it's the harder thing. It's holding back any kind of bullying or manipulation that you may want to use, and be aware that people might try and bully or manipulate you into things. So you know, that I'm not getting the greatest sense with this. You need to be cautious this week. Judgment. Everybody's getting judgment. Judgment is, it's time to make a decision. It's time to stop sitting on the fence. It's time to own your truth. It's time to step into your passions, your dreams, your desires of who you want to be, of who you want to become, what you want to step into, what your tomorrow looks like. The Judgment card is about an end of a cycle. It's about allowing endings and healings and closure. It's about allowing our spirituality to shine. It's releasing some kind of unacknowledged or repressed part of ourself through meditation and through prayer. We open up to the old experience that has shaped our life in some way. Realizing where we have lived in an illusion or a false reality based on our assumptions when we were 3 or 5 or 10 or 17. You're really standing strong this week. There's a confidence about you. There's a definite strength about you. You know, this may be the week where you really want to get organized. You want to pay attention to some of the details that need to be taken care of. You know, with 2 kings here, your decisions are probably very practical, and they have been well thought out. And we have the Judgment card there saying you've thought it out. By week's end, you've thought it out. You know the way forward. You know the action plan. You know how certain things need to come together in order to step into the opportunity, or who you want to become, or what you want to be going forward. So get ready to plant those new seeds. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.